What's required in every case for employees and employers under discrimination disability law is to engage in what's called the interactive process. And that's where if somebody comes forward and they say, hey, I have a disability and I need help with my job, the employer must sit down with that employee and talk about what the limitations of the employee are and whether the employer can accommodate that employee reasonably in order for the employee to perform those essential functions that I discussed earlier. So how do we do that and how do we make those determinations? Well, first of all, here, corporate even got it wrong. And so we can't make assumptions that the corporate the person in corporate who's responsible will always get it right. It's important that every employer, big or small, have a good ADA disability accommodation policy so that everybody who is faced with these issues understand the rules. Here, that employees who have disabilities or have issues know where to go to ask for help. There's no special words that need to be used, right, that I need an accommodation. All the employee really needs to say is, hey, I need some help performing my job, and that sets off this interactive process to identify what would be reasonable under the circumstances to allow the employee to continue performing the job. And then training would obviously here have been key, and it is key in all situations because managers don't always understand that when an employee asks for help, that triggers this interactive process responsibility, and then training is usually key for preventing discrimination. So those are the lessons learned from this Papa John's case.